Hurry. Come on. Come on.
We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Game 2 of the World Series between the Chicago White Sox and the Chicago Cubs. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on the show. I'm joined by Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Danny, an important ball game coming up here in Game 2.
Yeah, it was a good start for these guys at home. They did what they needed to do in the opening game, and this crowd really showed up and made a difference as well. Should be an electric atmosphere again, so we'll see if the guys on the field can feed off it and take a commanding lead in this series.
The build-up to this one is just about over. It's time for all the drama of World Series baseball on the show. And we'll have it for you next. Keenan Thompson is on the mound for Game 2. What do we need to know here, Danny?
If you want to pick up a win as a starting pitcher, you have to go 5 innings to get the win, and that's just what he did the last one. I'm sure he'd like to be out.
Come on, Idri. Come on, Idri. Come on. There for a little bit longer in this one.
Shortstop. And Andrew.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Tim Anderson is in to start things off as he looks at the ball to start the inning 1-0.
First pitch. 7:05.
Now the pitch. Takes this the other way to right. And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
Nice piece of hitting right there. When you're facing a young blood on the mound, young starting pitcher, you want to get him into the stretch as quick as possible. You want to see how he handles the moment, see if maybe you can run on him. A lot of things going to open up with this next at bat.
So here's Yoan Moncada as he'll take a look at ball one. Moncada, just 24 years of age. He's a 5-year vet at the major league level. lifted in the air to center field. Long run for the center fielder. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. Now a moment here to check out the White Sox starting lineup. Dan Plesac, who you're focused on.
Yeah, you know I'm going to be watching Yasmani Grandal pretty closely. Looking at his stats, I was really impressed with the fact that he's hit 4 bombs in his last 10 games. Lately, he's been the guy to watch, and I think he's ready to do some more damage right now.
So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. Anderson, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. And there are our umpires for this one. Working balls and strikes will be Mr. Darryl Parker.
Hey, not a very big strike zone, but a strike zone that kind of moves around a little bit too much for my liking.
Yeah, Dan, I know there's not a clear scouting report with Darryl. I'll tell you what, you're going to know in the first 2 innings where he's going to be.
Two and 1 the count to the White Sox first baseman. The 2-1 home.
This is where you cash your checks right here. 3-1. You're one of the best hitters in the game. You live for situations like this.
Here's a look over to first. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Happ scoops it up to second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left. It's the White Sox nothing. Cubbies coming to bat. A Windy City showdown, and it's on the show. Lynn beyond the bump for game 2 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Lance Lynn is a strike-throwing machine. Not an overpowering guy. He's 92 to 95 miles an hour. He's going to throw anywhere between 60 to 70% fastballs. Does have the slider and does use his changeup. He's primarily a fastball-type pitcher. If he has that good breaking ball, he could be really tough.
Digging in, Ian Happ. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. No balls and 1 strike. Wind up and the 0-1, and it's fouled away. The 0-2 delivery, and a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
Digging in next will be Chris Bryant. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. His prior history in this matchup, he's 2 for 4. He's taken him deep once. And he misses low with it. 2-0. Bryant is undoubtedly one of the best hitters in baseball, especially against right-handed pitching. He tends to hit for both power and average, so he's certainly a big threat in matchups like these.
Yeah, you can tell he is just super confident against right-handed guys. You know, sometimes it's coincidence, sometimes it's you don't see many lefties, Matty. But bottom line is, 75% of the time there's a right-hander on the mound, and this guy finds barrel consistently.
Bryant looking at a 3-1 count.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Full count now.
You're lucky if you get one pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
Now the payoff pitch home. And he missed with that one. It's ball 4. A 1-out walk here in the home first.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Now to the plate, Anthony Rizzo. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. Has a look, now the pitch. Yanked high and deep down the line in right. And it's a foul ball. Way back, damn it. He's behind 0-2.
0-2 count. You could do just about anything you want right now. Up, down, in, out, hard, soft. Good time to be a pitcher.
A ball and 2 strikes to Anthony Rizzo. Runners on first with 1 down. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
In a double play situation, you kind of expect most pitches to be down in the zone, hoping for a ground ball. So that was an interesting pitch selection to go up in the zone. I think he caught him off guard a little bit.
Javier Baez checks his swing here on the first pitch, and it's 1-0.
Great job to be able to lay off that pitch right there. You could tell the minute it came out of his hand, his eyes lit up at the plate.
The 1-0 is chased out of the zone for strike 1.
I'm going to need to see a better game plan out of the hitter right here. That ball was at his eyes.
I think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2.
Take a step back right here. After 3 fastballs in a row, there is no chance he throws you a 4th.
Grounded weakly toward third. Moncada fields it cleanly, and he'll go the short way to retire. Up next for Chicago, Eloy Jimenez. He'll get us started in the top of the second. First pitch coming. Here it is. Curveball fooled him there as he's way out in front.
Now that's when you know it's a good pitch. He broke off a really nice breaking ball down in the zone right there. And even though this is one of the best hitters around, he waved right through it.
The 0-1. Line to the right side. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Hey, some guys can handle the postseason lights, and this is obviously one of them. Another base hit leading off for the boys. This guy's had a monster postseason so far.
set. Here it comes. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Nobody out, runner on first. Here's a 1-0 cutter that's low, 2-0.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
3-0 to him now. He loses him on ball 4.
Huge innings have begun with much less, I can tell you that. First and second, no out, and the guy on the bump really needs a strikeout or a double play right here.
From the stretch, Luis Robert is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. None out, runners at first and second. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. In there, 1-1. From the stretch, lifted down the line in left, and this is going to wind up a foul ball.
I know he fouled that pitch off right there, but he was definitely out in front. He was cheating to a heater, no question about it.
Still a ball and 2 strikes. The next 1-2 pitch. Popped him up. Rizzo ranging into shallow right, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
So here's how the Chicago Cubs are positioned defensively. And guys, the thing I want you to take a look at today is in today's game, the new age, everyone wants to move around. This manager does not like to shift a lot. Maybe a step to your right or left, but there's a lot of trust that the pitchers are going to execute. So let's see how it works out for them in this one.
And now he'll step off and raise his hand towards second, but he'll just hold on to it. In now, Leury Garcia. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. No score here as we play inning number 2. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. And it's 1-2.
If I'm in the box, you take a step out right here, take a deep breath after that high fastball. You got to be leery of him burying something in the dirt.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Oh, a big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the second casualty of the inning.
That strikeout was a real good example of a pitcher continuing to make a guy chase out of the zone. When you recognize a hitter is in protect mode, you don't have to come inside the strike zone. You could just expand further and further until he literally can't touch it.
And now the third baseman sneaks into position to cover a potential drag bunt. Here's Billy Hamilton standing in. He offers at it and hits it in the air to left. And the two-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. No runs, a hit, 2 left. On now to the bottom of the second, and we are tied 0-0. Here's Jason now to start us out here in the home half of the second.
The right fielder, Jason Hayward.
Here's the first pitch to him. Outside for a ball, 1-1. And the pitch. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Counts even to Hayward, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
He walked a guy back in the first, and now he's looking like he might hand out another free pass to the leadoff guy here. You can't be walking a guy an inning and think you're going to have any success.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
Well, this guy's been prone to giving up walks in bunches, and that's already 2 walks here in the early going. We'll see if this continues to be an issue for him as this start continues.
Settling in now, Greg Dykman. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. As a look, now the pitch. A runner at first with no outs here. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Boy, not exactly what you like as a pitcher. One of the keys is to minimize your pitches, attack the strike zone early, a lot of deep counts, and working himself into a lot of trouble.
All even now, 2-2. Again, another foul ball. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
He could get the early hook if he can't be a little bit more precise here. That's walk number 2 of the inning, and we're only in the second.
Digging in, Wilson Contreras. From the stretch, and a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. First and second here with nobody out. Fouled away. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With two guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.